Hello guys, as you may have just gathered, I've just capped the point on first point of Payload, that's rice, Payload upward. So today we're back with map tips and tricks, showing you guys the little tips and the little tricks all behind the Payload map upward. Now it's one of the more popular upward maps, Payload maps, and it's one of my favourite of all times, so I'm just going to show you the little tricks behind it. Not a full map run view, that'd be for another day. So I'm going to even go over these basic ones, like for example, just normal jump, and you're here. You know, great sniping point, amazing. Or whatever class you play, it's very handy for. There's also these rocks here which can give you a height advantage on, say, other players if you are a scout. I'm only doing this as a scout for a time example. There's also all these up here, especially as a scout or a soldier, for jumping, so you can go up here. If I was good at scout, which I'm not, and you can just jump onto there. You can also do just a normal jump from this one onto here anyway without a double jump, which is really simple. There's also this little thing in here, very handy for hiding and stuff like that, but there's very little use other than a quick 1 or 2 sniper headshots. So let's just push the cart along a little bit further. There's this little spot here which you usually will find the red engineer has placed a teleporter behind, or here, because here's kind of just because he wants to be sneaky and get behind you. There's because he's just genuinely placing it somewhere because he has to place a teleporter somewhere. So let's go. But before that, there are a few little more soldier, rocket jumper soldier related spots. For example, you can go on top of these little sheet metal things. You can also, people always forget about this, I have no idea why, it's just the way the map is. And you can also go on top of, there's a little banner here that you can actually stand on top of. It doesn't serve much use, but if you're like teams getting bombarded with shots, you know, anything helps, right? So onwards. Now, talking through this little point here, there is literally nothing. You can stand on there if you jump from the balcony, but it provides little to nothing. There is a few others on the top. I'm just trying to save the timer, which I will show you in a minute. Apart from that, in here there is very little tips and tricks. The only that you can like stand on little things, not those ones, but you can like stand and you can hide in here if you're a spy or whatever. But there really isn't many tips and tricks to the underground bit of the cave system. So the top. Now on the top there is a few things to keep in mind. One is that you're always going to be exposed, and the other is that the team is constantly fighting for this little area. If I can finally look at the card done. So you need to keep this in mind, especially when I show you this one. So this is almost completely well known, but it's this little drop down which will take you to the cave system. Loads of people tend to forget you can actually go on these little stilts, and it's especially useful for if your team has just failed miserably to protect the cart, and now you are hiding here, or failed to push the cart, you are hiding here, and the only people that will see you are the people there, and that's it really. You can't go on this one though, which sucks. And you can jump all the way down from over here or over here and just about make it on this little corner without dying sometimes. So on point 2 itself, there is actually essentially nothing in the air. There's a few valuable, what is commonly referred to as the muse-out rocket jump. You rocket jump from there, somehow go down here, I don't know how, and then end up all the way on the other side of the map. I don't know. There's this little one here. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it, but you can go on here and then jump onto here. Very pointless, I know, and you can go in this box. More useful as a spy actually, this, or a backburner pyro, and you can go behind this shed. Another thing, I've done it maybe once in a practical game and it was really cool. It was like some Matrix shit. You can jump from these and go up here if you want to stay in a less predictable spot. There is also there's this little cabin which is really handy for taking out the little nest things. Alright guys, so you're about to secure this final bit of the cart and you think, well, oh no, I've taken a bit of damage, let's fall back. Alright, so you've fallen back, you know, the sniper's probably just headshotted you with his damn hacks that he's got, and you have to jump down to the health. Well, you don't necessarily just have to go down to the staircase. It's more helpful when you're here and there's clearly all the spam coming down from here onto here and you need health. Actually, if you just jump down here and then move a little to your left, you got the health. So you can jump through these. It's not all like blocked off stuff, but it's so you can navigate through it. Also, a little room that's always handy to be aware of is here, because you usually find damn spage hiding and sapping your shit. So then what you do, you can pick up the health and you can come back up. I'm just, oh, that cart is on the point, isn't that just amazing? One other little jump is always handy, especially if you're defending, is you can jump onto this bit of sheet metal and you can crouch jump. That was one jump, it wasn't two, and you're on here. And then essentially you can be the red engineer, place your mini sentry, or I don't know if you're ballsy and have a level 3 over there, you can rescue ranger and place it here and ruin the blue team's day. So one thing people always, and I mean always forget, and I'm going to actually show you where it actually comes out. You see this little door here? This little door is only opened when this little point isn't captured. Now, this little point means you can jump on here, which is essentially useless, but really it cuts out loads of your warp journey. Now, I'm going to show you essentially the longest route that lots of players end up taking. So instead of taking this door, remember that, which takes you out here, players go all the way from red spawn, all the way here, all the way up the stairs, well, not necessarily the stairs, but all the way up to here, just to come here. This little door, if you're in spawn, you can come upstairs. You can always this is never blocked off for a red player at any point in the game, and you can walk through this door. It's a double door, the players can get caught in it. I used to use it as a little teleporter spot, and there used to be a really cool glitch you used to do, but I don't advise glitches because it ruins the game. But that takes you out all the way here, so if you're a red player, always, I mean always, remember that spot. Very good. Now this one is more for the trolls of you out there that really want to be a menace to society. So if you're a red player, when you start the game, you start out, you can go demo man or soldier, and you can essentially come out of spawn right here. This is where you'll spawn at the beginning. So this is what the Mr. Muzak has taught me over all these years, how to jump all over the place like a crazy lunatic. Okay, so I did come here as a scout and I decided to go back on it, but basically what you can do is you can go here and you can reap havoc on the enemy team. Basically, even if they're alive, you can still cause splash damage down there, so I recommend the base jumper. It makes it a whole lot easier. But if you saw that, I'm not very good at most things. My parents like to remind me of this, but you can literally spam rockets down there or stickies or whatever, and it will actually kill the enemy team. So you are actually able to kill them from inside their spawn, or even, you know, past spawn, because you know it's not always convenient. That is all 3 of the points you're able to reap havoc on, and it's even easier if it's down there that you're trying to kill, especially because look, that's where the cart starts, so you can cause a lot of damage to a lot of people. It's more down this bit where it's a bit more difficult, but if you just kill them all from here, they're not going to come through it. So there's always that. Few tricks to this place which people tend to forget about. I mean, I do have videos coming out where I want to show you as an engineer what to do, but those are for the future. This little cubbyhole has caused me more hell in competitive TS2 than anything else in this world. People tend to forget about this little area. I tend to take fire and then go pew down here. I use this spot for getting stickies up here to take out the sentry nest. I use this spot down here to flank them round here and take out the sentry nest, or even just snipers, because the sentry can't see you from here. So just take out those damn wrangling rash dangle sniper thingies. So yeah. It's also always very important to remember that this side of the map is kind of what determines how well you'll do. So making sure that you maintain this up part is very important to make sure you maintain this down part. Also, I don't know, it's a little bit of trivia I guess, but you know, it won't serve much apart from the fact you can jump through here, and in fact I'll show you this jump too. You can jump from this level down to this level, which serves little to no use. You can also jump on these crates. Whoop-de-doo. I don't know what you're going to do with that information, I really don't. I accidentally cut myself off there, but essentially there isn't really much. There is only one that kind of bugged me that I forgot to mention. It's the little rocks up here, because I didn't really go up here. Yes, I know my dog's barking. But you can go on these rocks. You can go on essentially every rock in TF2. It's only skyboxes that stop you. This one's particularly easier because it's a cart, but you are mega exposed no matter what. Like, if you're a red coming this way, you got some chances, unless I've got snipers, but it is quite a risky one. And the final one, which it really did bug me, I forgot to mention it, is this. Stand on this. Now it is a beggar's bazooka. Cart's just been capped. Kapew, 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 kapew. I mean, it causes havoc. And I honest to God know, I've died so many times to beggars bazookas or cow manglers that have gone up there, and it's hell. So that kind of sums it up for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little maps and tips and tricks video. As I say, it's not a full map overview. If you want that, I'm going to do some on engineer, because I am an engi main after all, and I'm going to show you guys some like placements and tricks and points to keep in mind whilst you are getting that gear up. So I've been Caliber. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, then please feel free to rate, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Adios, my friends.